Cause run wild like a snake in the grass. Fingers twitch fast, orders thrown in. Dreams on the line, world spinning again. Shots like a maze, my head's on fire. Failure whispers, but I aim higher. Pop test gates trying to shake my pride. Won't stay down, I'll break the tide. Trade the chaos, make it mine. Turn the losses into shine. Grit and sweat, brick by brick. Crack the code and make it stick. Trade the chaos, make it mine. Turn the losses into shine. Grit and sweat, brick by brick. Crack the code and make it stick. Test after test, I'm kissing the edge. Risk and reward, I made my pledge. Futures clash, the screen's alive. Bankroll breathing, it's how I survive. Fear and greed, they speak my name. Fight through shadows, win this game. Strategy tied, I'm locked and loaded. Profit streams, my brain's decoded. Trade the chaos, make it mine. Turn the losses into shine. Grit and sweat, brick by brick. Crack the code and make it stick. Trade the chaos, make it mine. Turn the losses into shine. Grit and sweat, brick by brick. Crack the code and make it stick. Ooh, I'm moody for the bag, man. Like a looking at the tag, man. I'm ready for another tag. We'll keep our stand, get curved now. More money for the bag, man. Like a looking at the tag, man. I'm ready for another tag. We'll keep our stand, get curved now. Trade the chaos, make it mine. Turn the losses into shine. Grit and sweat, brick by brick. Crack the code and make it stick. Trade the chaos, make it mine. Turn the losses into shine. Grit and sweat, brick by brick. Crack the code and make it stick. Eyes on the screen, blood.
Hello, guys. Hello. Everybody give me a sound check. Let me know if you guys hear me okay, if everything is good. Let me know if you guys see the screen well. Good evening, everybody. Say hi to me, Galavan. Good evening. Hello, guys. I'll be right back. I'm coming back. John, how are you? How's everybody doing? Hello, guys. Hello. All right, we're ready to rock and roll. We're gonna trade CFDs as always, Asia session trade. I'm just gonna get into it, and then I'll just explain what I'm doing as we go along. Today we're gonna get a little bit more aggressive with size because we obviously have huge account size. I was trading tiny little positions beforehand, and we're gonna trade both sides of the price action. If we get a chance, because the great thing about CFD is we can be on both sides of the trade in the account. Right now, what I have is a sell trade in NASDAQ because I have a red button against a couple of green, a change of pace basically. Although this red button really requires a second red dot lower, I'm kind of cowboying these trades a little bit. When I look at the Dow, I actually do have two red lowers, so I'm going to go short over here as well. So we got two positions on right now, one short NASDAQ, one short US 30, and we're going to look at gold. Gold gives me nothing because gold isn't just a straight up uptrend right now through the 3300s. And the trade for me, or the trade for me to have done it, hang on just 1 second, guys. Hang on. I want to just make sure I get this fresh out here, make sure that I'm good. The trade that I wanted was the switch from red to green. This is the momentum switch. I would have been long here, but that was before we started. And in the meantime, I do have a momentum switch from green to red, counter trend momentum switch in US 30, 10 points down on the target here, and 5 points down on the target here in NASDAQ. So these are two things that we have floating around right now. We'll see how they go. We're going to start trading $100 trades as our opening play. And if they don't work, we will try to, we'll try to go the other way, and we'll try to resolve the next trade at $400. So the idea is that hopefully we basically can, at very worst, have only 2 levels of resolution when we're trading the CFDs. It's a very large account, so I have more than ample enough room. But the idea is, like, can we hit 3, 4, 5 $100 trades in our 1 hour session today, and trying to get ourselves going as far as scalping goes. I know all of you guys trade prop with me, but when we're trading sort of our own personal accounts, I'm a lot more aggressive. I'm a lot more aggressive with my futures account as well, because we're not constrained by any of the prop margin issues. We're not constrained by any prop rules. We can just trade freely, but with reason. And given the fact it's 100,000, we can easily do $100 trades here. The point being is, let's pick quality trades that make sense within the structure that we're doing, and trade both ways, not have any bias on the market, but try to get them done as much as we can. So I'm looking at US 30 right now, very, very close. The biggest challenge for us always in the CFDs is we got to make the spread. So we're actually got to be looking at it at around 13 points of target versus 10 in order to make the spread. So we'll see. We'll see if that happens. Markets are very, very quiet today after a big, big rally in North American session, where positive consumer confidence and basically just sort of a general view that the whole tariff situation has been completely overblown by the market, really giving credence to the continuation rally. And of course, all the shorts are getting their asses squeezed. The beautiful thing about what we do is we could care less about the global market momentum move, because we're going to make money on both sides of the trade as long as we stay focused on the short term and try to make our scalps as accurate as we can. 820. Just looking, I need what's my TP on this? 94.25. Did I not make it? Where am I? 394.25. What's my bid on this? How's my bid not making it? Why is this not making my bid? Wow, that's weird. 96. Am I wrong? Oh, it's 94. It's got to be on the offer, not the bid. I'm totally confused. I'm short. I always forget that I'm in the CFD land. So I need 94.25 on the offer. So that's got to go to 92 bid in order for me to get done. So it's 95 bid. I'm watching the trade here. Let's see what we can get done. I need to see 92 bid. That will take me probably to get myself done. 93, 92, 91. All right, you know what? We'll close this. It's good enough for government work. That's and then we'll close the other one too, because NASDAQ is pretty good too. We can close that too. So that's a couple $100 on just nice, clean trades. Now we'll just simply sit back, relax, watch the market trade. Now we have gold. Gold is actually totally legit right now. 8 seconds left. That is a red to green trade. Perfectly legitimate for us on the gold side. 2 seconds left. Buy. I'm long gold. This is in gold, I shortened my targets to make them 70 cents instead of $1, because I find gold just a very, very difficult product to ride. So we try to make it the best we can. So in this case, I'm looking for just 70 cents target on this against a $3 stop instead of a $4 stop. Let's see if this could be the third trade of the night. This is a red to green move. Momentum it's positive momentum because we're positive trend, positive momentum. So whenever we get that kind of a move, that's usually pretty good. There's only one minor problem with this trade. And if I really, really wanted to be super anal about it and super careful, here's why I would not necessarily take this trade. It's really, really important to have higher highs, lower lows when you're trading these moves. Now, as I pointed out to everybody, hey, David, how are you? Who's new in the room? Say hello to me. Whoever is new, say hello to me. Love to hear where you guys are from, what you guys doing. Anybody's, if you're scalping, give me a thumbs up. If you're just watching, give me a wave. Just curious what you guys are all doing. But anyways, what I was going to say is, and I can't really annotate this thing because MetaTrader is just the world's worst graphic program. So what I like to do always is to have higher highs on the green dots. And what you notice over here is that the dots are basically even. They're not higher highs. Although if this candle closes with a green dot, that would be a legitimate candle to go higher. The reason why, even if you're positive momentum, positive trend, you still want to have those higher highs, is because it really keeps you from buying the top. When trend kind of starts topping out, what happens is you start to flatten out on the slope, right? Slope is your first indication that you're kind of losing altitude. And right now, flattening slope tells you, we're possibly losing altitude. Rising slope means that we're going higher, higher, higher. That's why all of this rising slope over here is really, really useful. So just kind of walk you through this, and hopefully you guys can see this. Tell me if you guys see the screen pretty well. I'm going to try to get it as big as I can here. How would I play this if I was just being incredibly anal about, or incredibly precise about my rules? I have a red dot here, green dot here. So positive momentum, short-term above, long-term blue above purple. We're in positive trend. However, this dot is considerably lower than the prior green dot. So I would wait until I have the second candle. So I have a now rising trend move here. And I would actually go long on this candle. It would go against me a little bit. Although I don't know what the hell this is. I don't know. Was this on the close? Maybe this was on the close. Let's imagine there's no huge wick here. This is some kind of a bullshit close move. But let's imagine it kind of start to crawl back up. Then it's, I would have taken this trade on a straight up move over here. It's just all about making sure you have trend, making sure you have momentum, and making sure you have slope. You got those three things going your way. You're in pretty good shape as far as being able to kind of, run the trade. What's going on over here? So, okay, perfect example here. So here's US 30, right? This is why we don't take the green dot. This is, let's do a little bit of test. Hey, Ali, how are you? What time is it in Norway now? It's like midnight, dude, man. What are you doing up? So let me explain to you why I would not have taken this trade. Let me get a little bit bigger on this. Tell me if you guys, give me just a yes that you guys see this, because we're using MetaTrader, and of course, it's a much harder visual cue to work with. So here's what you see first and foremost. We're positive trend, check one, right? We're positive momentum, check two. But we are negative slope. Why? Because look at this green dot. Oh, higher, lower, right? To have positive slope, we need a higher move, or lower, higher move. You guys get the idea, right? So 2 out of 3, but not 3 out of 3. And this is actually really, really good. This is sort of like the first time I was able to articulate this, which is to have a 3-point checklist, incredibly useful in trying to make the best possible trades we can. So what happens now? If we stay positive trend, positive momentum, and we get a green dot that goes up above this green dot, which may not happen, but if it does, then yes, that would be a go trade. Give me a yes if you guys understand it. Give me a yes if you understand what I'm doing as far as putting the odds in my favor. Basically, I want to just play only when I got the three checks in my favor, because then I have the highest probability of moving the product, of moving the product my way. And gold, remember I was saying to you that gold was like 2 out of 3, not 3 out of 3. We may eat this gold trade. I mean, gold generally is just a pain in the ass to trade, but we may have to wind up eating this gold trade because it was positive trend, positive momentum, but not positive slope. And I need 3 things to really make it happen. Yes, no, good, clear. Let me know. Now the cool thing is, we're counter trend now, right? And I'm getting a red dot, which is how much time do I have? $1:47 on the clock. So if I get a red dot, I have counter trend trade, which I can easily trade the other way, because counter trend trades are not as good as trend trades. But if we get counter trend trade with negative momentum and negative slope, yeah, I mean, we'll take it, because by very definition, you can only have 2 out of 3 on a counter trend trade, but those are 2 of the 3 most important, right? Because those are the most immediate factors of price that can drive direction for us. So now I'm watching gold the other way. We'll see what happens. It's $1.02 on the clock. Here's the countdown candle. The same countdown candle is here, but I made it much bigger so you guys can actually see it on the screen. Let's see what's going on over here. US 30. See, US 30 is starting to float to the downside. Now here we go. So US 30, green dot, red dot, second red dot, lower red dot. That's going to give us a counter trend trade on US 30, which we can easily short. This is green dot, red dot. No, this is all nothing much. This you may be looking at this and saying, "Oh, how come I didn't go long here?" It wouldn't have been a long trade anyways, because it was a red dot interruption, right? There's a red area interruption here between the two. So this is now setting up as a counter trend short with minute 48 seconds left, because we're counter trend. We have 2 momentum moves, one below the other, negative slope. I definitely want to get involved. And same with US 30. Same with US 30. So let's see what we can do here. Minute 28 seconds left. Let's see if they hold. It feels a little bit like Asia is just selling off a little bit into the open after a pretty strong US Open. How much of a profit-taking move this is? It generally, they like to range it to the bottom and then take it back up. So I'm not really thinking this is going to be a big extension, but it's worthwhile for us to do a little bit of a counter trend move. Having said this, though, as I said to everybody in New York, if you really want to stay on the right side of trend, and on the right side of God, you want to stay on the trend side, because the counter trend trades, by their very definition, are going to be weaker in terms of their probability of profit. So we'll see how it goes. Sorry guys, I'm back in New York and back to allergies, and I'm back to sniffing. So back to sounding like I have a frog. So I'm actually going to close this gold, not because I actually think it's going to work, but because I want to teach you good manners, or whatever, good habits, good manners too, but good habit. Definitely not good manners. I have no good manners. And if I want to teach you good habits, then what I'm really looking at is actually I need this candle to close. I need a positive slope. Because remember, I've been operating under flat slope. I got very lucky because the trade kind of, corrected itself. Now let me wait. Let the trade show me that it's got a positive slope, and I'll trade that. Oops. In the meantime, sell on the US 30. I kind of missed the trade here. Sell on the Nasdaq. Sorry, I'm really late on this because I was watching gold. So here, error on entry. I'm really, really late. I could easily get. This is a trade that I could lose simply because I should have been in here about 2 points earlier. But what the fuck, it's Asia. You guys want to see trades, and I want to make trades that are at least in the neighborhood. At least this is a neighborhood play, because it's all within the reason that I'm looking at. In the meantime, I'm going to watch gold here to the close of this candle because I'm already in the other two trades to the other side. Let's see how that works out. Let's see if gold wants to play. 42 seconds left. I need a green dot here. Otherwise, I have no play. "29 seconds left, 28. Five, four, three, two, one, go. All right. We got the green dot. It pretty much the same price where we're at, but it doesn't matter because I wanted to, as I said, good habits. You want to follow the flow, and the flow needs to be positive trend, positive momentum, positive slope in order for you to have the confidence that it's gonna go your way. In the meantime, where's my US 30? That kind of, that sort of dipped a little bit, didn't go much. We'll see. As I said, again, it's a counter trend trade, so it's never going to be as clean as the trend trades that we took. So, we'll see where it goes. I'll give it a shot. Everybody's so quiet here today, man. What's up? Who wants to talk to me? I feel very lonely. Nobody's commenting. Nobody's doing anything. Who's trading with me? Anybody trading any of these trades with me? So we have a whole set of other. Let me just move this around. Sorry. I have to move this off, move this down. Of trades on the other side of the, because we can trade both sides of the chart. Let me move this around. Why is this thing so annoying? Okay, and let me move this around. This indicator and this execution tool, all handmade. All of it can be yours. Let me put the ACAP number here. All you got to do is just simply open an account with our friends at ACAP, and all of it is yours. I'm happy to give it to you. I'm actually going to improve this indicator a little bit to make it exactly like the dot indicator that we have in TradingView. I'm going to get rid of the yellow candles and all, and the arrows, just so there's just no distractions whatsoever, and to make it really, really clean. But anyways, let me just make this. So what is this? The NASDAQ. I want to do 2, and then it's a stop at 20 and 5. I'm just setting everything up for the future in case I need to go the other way. I'll be happy to go the other way. This is a 40-10. Let's trade this with a 1. And then what does gold do? Gold is a 1, and that is a 3.7. All right, cool. So floating gold, floating short NAS, floating US 30 short. Not much going on over here. If I get a second higher green dot, in US 30, I'll go long this thing. Same thing with NASDAQ. NASDAQ, I don't even have the first dot, so there's nothing to do here. NASDAQ is, looks like it wants to come down. Just got to be very quiet and very patient. It's Asia time. Ali's trading gold. Everybody's trading gold. You guys are all long gold. Well, I'm long gold with you. Let's see if the gold trade clears for us. There's gold. Very quiet. Really not moving much, right? Well, let's see where it wants to go. Grisha, you want to trade with me? That's great. Where are you located? Are you U.S. or non-U.S.? I'll direct you in which way you want to go, depending on whether you are U.S. or non-U.S. If you're U.S., the best thing to do is that's great. Were you in Michigan? I used to work for a company out of Grand Rapids, Michigan. Kathy and I worked for like 4 years for a company called GFT. I used to make that trip all the time. Gold popping. I need 70 cents on gold. I'm at 56 cents. It's dicking around a little bit. Here we go. Ann Arbor. Oh, Ann Arbor. Very nice. U of M. All of my friends' kids are going there. It's not a school. It's a religion. It's like they're, once they go there, they're Michigan for life. That's wonderful. Great place. Go blue. Exactly. So to trade futures with me, the best thing to do is come hang out with me in the morning when I trade futures. And if you want to join us, absolutely come join us. Let me give you the link. You can come join us over here for like a full coaching product, everything set. I'll even if you sign up today or tomorrow, I'll be happy to set you up with 3 free prop accounts. I'll buy you the prop accounts. I'm at 61, 55. I need 70 cents on gold. It's teasing me. It's teasing me. It's teasing me. It's really teasing me on this thing. What's my take profit on this? 11.74. So I got to go to 11.94 on the offer. It's just I just need gold to go a little higher. Come on, baby. 59, 54, 71 on the offer. I need to see 74 on the bid. Gold is just dicking me around as always. It's really interesting to watch CFDs versus futures because the CFD prices are all like a composition of the futures curve. So they're not just trading the front month, they're trading the front 3 months. And so it's like a combination of like who's lifting which offers across the curve, across all of these things that kind of moves. Okay. Now it goes negative. We went 60 cents to the good and just, went negative. Okay. We're going to be very patient with gold. It is what it is. Indices are turning a little bit my way. So we'll see if that plays out. We'll give it a shot. We'll see how it all works out here. What are the indices doing? Also, just kind of teasing. Everything is super, super quiet. NASDAQ take profit is 407.49. So it's got to go to like 405 bid. I got to see 405 bid here in order for me to do anything. $409, $408. Oh, you signed up for gold coaching. Cool. All right. That's good too. Let's do a poll. Everybody's in the room. Let's see how everybody's doing. Let's do a poll a little bit here. I'm just curious. Let's do a poll. Make one choice. You have to make one choice. Even if you trade both, you got to choose which one you trade most. I trade indices or gold. Make your choice as to what you guys trade. I'm just curious who's trading, what product we're trading more of in the room here, because we can, we can tailor some ideas towards that. Gold is super quiet, but we're trying to see if it, takes off beyond the 311 mark. Yeah, having embassies. You're right. Like there's been really, really quiet today. It's just generally been it's just been, actually today's been a pretty quiet day all across everything. Memorial Day was really quiet. Like New York, everybody like left New York for Memorial Day. I came back yesterday. I thought there'd be like a huge amount of traffic, and there was nothing going on here. It was really, really, it's just been very quiet. Yeah, you'd like trade MGC. Yeah, gold in Asia session is it's the golden session. I mean, Asia is the golden session. Everybody loves to trade gold in Asia. It's just that we don't have much. I think today's just sort of a quiet. It's post-holiday. Not a lot of stuff on the news. The tone is, I think, generally actually pretty positive risk. So we'll see. All right, gold back up to 45 cents. I need to see 70 cents on gold, so we're at like 48.9 cents. The take profit on gold is 74, so it's got to be 94 on the offer. So I'm like 20 cents away. I got to see 94 over here, and we'll see if that works out. Why is gold so widespread? What the fuck happened here? Why are we went 30 cents wide? Where's my 15 cents wide? Wow, gold has really, really went wide. Spreads on gold kind of just went really, really wide. Oh, did it all get done? So gold got done. That ran through the numbers. So that's the positive trend trade. And you can see the trend trade is the first one to get done, right? Let's see how the counter trend trades are doing. Still dicking around, but at least going in the right direction. We're still, desperately trying to hit that target far away. But at least we got some movement here. That's the history so far. $230 to the good. Let's see what else is happening here. Oh, Joe's driving. You're driving, Joe? Are you like actually driving and watching me, listening to me? It's exactly the kind of thing I don't want to hear, Joe. I don't want to be responsible for you driving off the road. Don't worry, you're not missing much. It's a really, really quiet trade today. But Nasdaq is starting to press a little bit down to the target. Sanji, do I think NQ will go up significantly, especially with NVIDIA earnings? Well, that's going to be the story, right? NVIDIA is tomorrow, so we'll see. You remember, they got to really, really, really beat because the expectations are so strong. Having said this, though, they're really swift. They've been very, very good at kind of reorienting their business. They sold a whole bunch of stuff to China on a low end, which I'm sure they got paid for quite a lot. So they're pretty savvy operators. I would not be betting against them not meeting the target. But we'll see. It's always a crapshoot. I never trade earnings. It's always a really big crapshoot. But we'll see that tomorrow. I think it's tomorrow afternoon. Is Nvidia tomorrow after market close? I think so, right? So we will have a chance to actually get some fireworks going if we get some movement in the trade. So that should be a lot of fun. All right, we kind of bottoming out at the 200 period SMA as I had expected. Didn't quite make the target here on the shorts. We'll see if the shorts still want to make another run for it. If I start printing a second higher dot, I'm going to go counter trend long over here and run it as much as I can on the opposite side here. So we're going to take counter trend, take a second position the other way if I get the signal. If I don't get the signal, we got nothing going on. US 30, same kind of situation. First green dot, remember, the critical thing I said is I want positive trend. We have that. Positive momentum. We have that. Positive slope. We don't have that. We don't have positive slope, so I got no trade here. So just waiting to see what's going on over here. But if you're sort of quality picking, you see how the most important part is being positive trend, check one, right? That always gives you the best quality opportunity for winning trades. I waited, I took a wrong trade here. I waited properly. I took the higher high. This was the trade I took over here, and that actually worked out very, very nicely, cleanly to how we wanted to trade. So these two trades that I have are always going to be lower probability, but I want to trade with you guys. I want to show you, 2 out of 3 ain't bad, right? Isn't that the Meatloaf song? Yeah, they did a big deal in UAE, right? Are you in a Tesla? Are you in like driving, self-driving in this mode? Double greens in US 30. So I'm getting myself ready to rock and roll here. There's my US 30. I got minute 11 seconds. NASDAQ, same idea, double greens in NASDAQ. So again, positive trend, positive momentum, positive slope, if it holds. It's the big if is if it holds. Oh, you sold the Teslas. Oh, wow. All right. Kathy has a Tesla. My trading partner has a Tesla. Okay, let's have fun. Let's see if you guys can guess what I drive. This is going to be the hardest guess in the world for most of you people. But give it a shot. Let's see. What do you think I drive? Gold actually kind of setting up a little bit. 23 seconds left. Let me look at US 30 here. Is US 30 positive bid? Yeah, US 30 is a trade. We're going to go long US 30 here. That's the most interesting trade here. 14 seconds left. The green dots hold. We definitely want to go long US 30. Oh, green dot just went away. Just went away. My momentum get away. No trade, no trade, no trade. No trade. US 30, no trade. And NASDAQ, no trade. Now, this candle. Now we have to be patient on this candle and see if it works. Meantime, gold. Where's my gold? Gold is a sell. I was watching. I was like, I wanted to focus on the other ones, but fine. So gold is a counter trend trade. Lower lows on the green, on the red dots. Let's see if gold goes the other way for us now. But again, I'm stuck in counter trend trades on both sides of the equation because I can't find a trend trades until they set up. This is a trend trade that's starting to set up right now. I'm definitely not driving a Camry hybrid or a BMW or a Honda. Although whoever said BMW, think outside the box. Think branding. Think what BMW owns, and you're going to be very, very close. What other brand does BMW own? Let's see if you guys can guess it. Come on. If you guess it, I'll give you $25,000 prop account today. Not a Porsche. No way, man. I am not a douchebag. Yes, RBT Mech wins it. And then Matrix comes in second. Mini Cooper, correct, babies. I always joke around that I say I love my Mini Cooper that I love more than I love members of my own family half the time. I love that car so much. I have an orange Mini Cooper with a white top. You can't ever miss it in a parking lot. And it's awesome. The thing handles like a dream. Okay, we're going to go along this very, very shitty little green dot, but it's legit. And let's see what the NASDAQ is. Now, NASDAQ has no signals, no green dots here. So we're long trend in US 30. We are short counter trend in gold, which is definitely not working at all. And we are short counter trend in both NASDAQ and US 30. So let's see what happens here on all sides of the equation. Is it manual? They no longer make manuals. Galvin, this is, welcome to America. They stopped making manuals in a long time. I used to love long time ago when I was young, I used to drive a Honda Accord that was a manual. It was like the greatest car ever. So it's like, it's what's called like a fake manual where you could put it into manual mode and do up and down shifting, but it's just not used, no point. It handles beautifully. I weave in out of, I can get by every semi truck on the George Washington Bridge. It is such a beautifully agile little car. And, it's in Jersey because we keep it in my Jersey house. And I just use it, basically to commute back and forth. But I love it. It's such a cool little car. Yes, it is tiny. I like small things. I have a Pomeranian. He rides around in my Mini with my he matches the Mini, so we ride around. There's a bunch of Rivians in my neighborhood in Jersey, man. Not a bad car, actually. It's not a bad car. What's too bad, Galavan? What's too bad? Did I drive the Mini? Ford Pinto, my friend. Don't knock the Ford Pinto. When I was in high school, one of my friends used to drive the Ford Pinto. I think the car was like basically a classified road hazard, right? I mean, there was like it wasn't that the car where like if you hit the gas trunk in the back, it just exploded. It was basically it was like Mad Max. But I'm a child of the 70s. I remember the Ford Pinto. It was an awesome car, man. Oh, they don't make a manual anymore. Yeah, not for the US. Yeah, they don't. Yes, but I love my Mini Cooper. And yes, it is like it's a BMW brand. So they like, oh my God, do they kiss your ass when you take it to the dealer? They're like, here you go, sir. Everybody's in a white coat. They videotape everything they do. The car comes out like, brand new. It's like they take care of it better than I take care of like, half my family. So it's really funny. What do you guys drive? What's your favorite car? By the way, as far as the survey goes, we're kind of pretty much evenly split with just a small pop towards gold. So yeah, I mean, we're trading pretty much the instruments that everybody wants to see be traded. So we'll see how it goes. A Leaf. A Nissan Leaf? Are you serious? Dude, man. I hope you're married because you're never going to be able to date in that car. Daniel says Hyundai Elantra. Clearly, he's not funded yet. Do you know what I used to? I used to have. You know what my other brand that I absolutely love? The Kia Soul. I used to have the Kia Soul. God, I love that car. It was so much fun. Remember the hamsters? That was a really, really cool little car for a long time. Kia actually makes really good cars. I'm a big fan of Korean cars. Let's see what gold is doing. Is gold popping back up? Do I have a trend trade in gold? Not quite, but let's watch it because we might have a trend trade in gold. And today is going to be pretty much a lesson of like, hey, just trade trend and you'll be fine. Except, if we just trade trend, we'd be so bored out of our minds because we'd only have like 2 or 3 trades. The cool thing about the general, first of all, the sizing on the scalps and the scalping itself is that it doesn't really matter. We're always going to be able to resolve this thing as long as we're patient, as long as we follow the 3-step program. Trend, momentum, slope. If it doesn't work on this sequence, it'll work on the next one. So it's more important that I just want to show you the mechanics of this stuff and explain, why and how everything should be working. Gold looks like it really, maybe gold wants to make a run. If this goes green dot, I'm going to be long gold. How much leverage is in the contracts that I trade? It all depends on, when we're in the CFD land. Obviously, you see me. I have like literally 95,000. I have like 1,800% of margin left. I have 95,000 of free margin. So I'm hardly over leveraging myself in any way, shape, or form. Gold got stopped, which is great because now we can go the other way. I got minute 30 seconds left. Ooh, gold is really, really popping. All right, that's fine. I could tell gold was starting to run. That's fine. We're gonna get large. We're gonna get large and in charge on gold here. See if we can get that going. But we're gonna be patient until the candle closes. We're not chasing this thing until we get a candle close on the move here. So we'll give it a shot. Yep, I like maneuverability. So Martin, I think it was, who was it that, I'm sorry, Martin X. I think it was somebody else. Let me just go back to it's Robert Meck, RBT Meck. I'll tell you what, guys. Both you guys, if you email me at contact@bktraders.com, since you guys were both good, I'll send you today, because this is the last day you can do this. Oh, let's get long gold. Hang on a second. Hang on. We've got 9 seconds left. I got to get long this thing. Jesus Christ. What a move. What a move. What a move. What a move. Let's go. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Buy. 14.99. Okay. Target is going to be 15.63. Well, we'll see. This is going to be a big move. There's a big ass move on gold. Let's see if gold wants to take me to the promised land here. It was, legit trade. Big pop. So long gold on the trend basis. Nasdaq is just putzing around on a counter trend basis here, but not doing much. Just sort of staying still. Yes, but just because they're offering doesn't mean you have to take it. 8 cap has really, really high leverage too if you want it to be, but this is trading for less than leverage right now. I mean, just because somebody's giving you a million to one leverage doesn't mean you have to take it. That's the beauty part of it. You have the flexibility, but you don't need to take it. So it's really, really up to you. So definitely tilting towards gold here, 56 to 45. So just a little bit in the Asia session, it's all about gold. All right, so we'll see. Gold, we're looking at 1563 on the target. We're long gold, we're short NASDAQ, we're short US 30 and long US 30 because it kind of gave us signals on both sides. And here's gold. We're just trying to see if we can get extension on this move. But you could tell gold was just building. You could tell it was just really, really itching to go. We just didn't have, this one just did not give us the push to get higher. Okay, thank you, Galvin. I'll try to do it over by tomorrow for the wealth charts. Watching it play. I wanted to do another poll. So we're going to end this poll. What do I want to ask you? Oh, I don't want to ask you. Here's a second poll that I wanted to ask you guys. Oops, I don't want to do stickers. I want to do polls. This is just a yes or no question. I'm just curious how many people in the room right now I trade CFD accounts. I'm just I want to know. This is obviously if you're American, you're going to say no. But if you're American, tell me no. I want to hear from Americans as well as non-Americans because I'm just curious how many people in the room trade CFDs so we can customize the product set for you guys as much as possible. All right, 1563 on the target. 42 on the offer, so it's got to be about 82, maybe 92 on the offer. In order for me to get lifted on the on gold. No. Of course you can. The way it works, the way leverage works is so. For example, I think this account probably has like 500 leverage to 1, or maybe 400 to leverage to 1, or at very minimum it has like 100 to 1 leverage. So what that means is if I have a $100,000 account, 100 to 1 leverage puts me at $10 million of purchasing power, right? And I'm basically buying, I don't know what, like $30,000-$40,000 worth of purchasing power. So I obviously have a lot less. No, I'm actually just maybe a little bit more here. So this would be. I don't even know what this is. 1, 2, was that 5, 6, 7, 600,000 not 660,000 purchasing power. So completely not with well underneath my limits. So they just simply make this available to you. Doesn't mean that that you need you need to like to take advantage of this full leverage. I can go 30 large, 10 large, 20 large, right? I'm only going 1 or 2. That's what I mean about being able to, to take what you need, So about 40% of people are trading CFDs, Europeans and Asians. So that's good. That's fine. I will, as I told you guys, I'm gonna get rid of the arrows, get rid of the yellow candles, really, really make this pure, clean indicator. So it will be exactly like the one we use on TradingView in the dots mode in the morning. And I think that's going to just going to make it really nice and tidy for us. And I'm done on gold. And what did we learn today? What did we learn today about life in the scalp land? If you trade trend, you get paid. If you trade counter trend, you get dicked around. But we don't care. MT5 is incredibly reliable. Listen, Russia. It's a Russian. It's built by Russians. It's like it's got Stalinist architecture on it. It's totally MT4. By the way, I also have the MT4 version. I don't trade. I can trade the MT4 with you guys tomorrow if you want to. But I'm actually that's another question. It's another good question. We'll find. I'm really curious. That's actually the more interesting question is who trades MT5 versus MT4, because you should all be trading MT5, but there's so many people still trading MT4 on a legacy basis. So this I will be able. I have the MT4 version of this as well. That was interesting. You see the gold just dip up and down, the Asia dip, and rip. That was an interesting move here on gold. We got done beforehand, so that's, by the way, the reason why I keep it at 70, because I realized gold is so herky jerky that the shorter the target, the likelier you get done. So, anyways, that was great. We got hit on that, and we're done on this. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna save the MT4, MT5 poll for tomorrow, because I got to run very soon. These trades could float for another half hour, so I'll update you guys tomorrow on how these trades are doing, and where the opportunities are. But there's going to be plenty of opportunities. We're gonna try and run this if I can. We're trying to gun this to 102 tomorrow if we can, by tomorrow's price action. So tomorrow I will have the cleaner version of the indicator. Everything is available for you guys. If you want all of this, of course, just open an account with MT5 with 8cap as I told you, and I'll be happy to grant you all the stuff. And maybe tomorrow we'll do a little bit of MetaTrader 4 as well, just to show you how it looks on MetaTrader 4 and get this all cleaned up. But today was a great day, mainly because I was able to finally articulate the 3 key variables that we need for total success, which is trend, momentum, slope. Right? Now it makes it super easy to trade everything we do. Right? You don't need to buy it. You can't buy it. You can only, it's only available if you open an account with ACAP. So just what I'm saying, Doc, just here, I'm going to put the ACAP account there. Open an account with them. Since you already have a brokerage account, you can certainly open up another one, and then I'll be happy to give it to you. Okay, thank you so much, guys. That was a lot of fun. I'll update you on what's going on. I have a feeling that I don't even know. Honestly, the indices are just in nowhere land. I was going to say, I have a feeling that the trend trade in US 30 may work, but maybe the counter trend trade will work. It's gonna take a little while to resolve this. Overall, though, we did have like a nice bankable trade, 2 bankable trades in gold, and 2 bankable trades in US 30 and NASDAQ. But by far, like, the trend trades were 100%. The counter trend trades were like 70%, right, in terms of accuracy. So I'll update you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much, guys, for hanging out with me, and we'll see each other tomorrow. Have a great night. I'll see you guys in New York if you're going to be up early with me for scalping. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.